Hey there, Knots. It's Cosmo here. Today's match is a challenger match for myself and the Kel. I am versus Mundo. Mundo, at the time of the battle, had 57 marks into Grandmaster, so he probably is challenger by now, but just for reference, he was a Grandmaster. So, walking towards my lane here, I do buy a control ward to ward that bush right there. Reason I ward that bush is because 95% of the time, junglers will always start at the red side. So I like to ward that bush just so I know if I'm going to get level 1, level 2, or level 3 ganked. Now here, my main goal is to get 2 minion kills and wait for the third one, because by the third one I will actually be level 2. So right here, I bait the Mundo to come in. I get level 2 and I all in him. And luckily, I managed to kill him and survive. So I don't recall right away. What I actually want to do is I want to push the wave in because I want to deny Mundo any type of resources, which means I will also be collecting that fruit right there. But Mundo ends up flashing on me and trying to all in me. Now, I don't mind trading here for one main reason. I want to get my passive stacks. I want to get the red cane, and the longer I'm in combat with Mundo, the faster I'll get it. So on my first bag, I actually buy a Executioner's Calling and another longsword. Executioner's Calling just applies a debuff onto the enemy, reducing their healing. So that is very effective into Mundo and Soraka, their support. So here, what I'm mostly focused on is trying to fight Mundo. I have an item advantage over him, which means I'm guaranteed to win the fight. And I end up fighting him and succeeding. So the reason I survived that fight, for starters, I had max Conqueror stacks, which give me additional lifesteal. Then I also had Triumph, so after killing Mundo, I receive a little bit of health, plus my third ability that gives me more health. So here I see the junglers on the bottom side, so that means I pushed a little bit more, again, to deny Mundo resources. So here I purchase a Warhammer and a longsword. Keep in mind, I don't buy boots. The reason is because I am winning lane. So as long as I have more damage than Mundo, I am naturally bound to win because of the Executioner's Calling. So no matter what, I will always do more damage than Mundo, and there's nothing he can do about it. So here again, I want to fight him to get my stacks, but surprise, surprise, Irvin's here. So in this scenario, I ended up going 1-for-1. I did lose 3 minions, but it's totally worth it for me. Reason being, if you look in my screen, I have my red transformation available. So as soon as I spawn, I get my transformation and I go back to the lane. For those of you guys who don't know, Kane's second ability transforms into a knockup along with the slow, and his first ability does target maximum health, which is good against tanks. So here, again, because I have my transformation, I'm a lot stronger now. So all I want to do is deny Mundo resources, always. Secondly, always try to get that little scorpion crab thingy-majiggy, mostly because it's just annoying. It's annoying fighting against it. So here, my ultimate also does damage based on the enemy's health. So I'm waiting for the cooldown, playing around my cooldowns, and here I get Mundo to use his ult. So I waited out a little bit and I try to kill him. He ends up flashing, but that's fine. Again, all I do is wait for my cooldowns, kill him, and get out. Now here, always prioritize minions over plates, turret plates. Why? Because turret platings will stay there until minute 7:30. So it's better if you just take the minion wave so that your minion wave crashes into the enemy turret, therefore denying more resources to your opponent. And luckily I'm able to collect the turret, and I see Riven on the bot side. So again, I will continue to apply pressure to the Mundo, make him fall more behind. And again, because I have the damage and Executioner's Calling, I win this game. I win the matchup. Here, I was about to recall, but I saw that the dragon spawned and that Riven was walking down. So that's another free wave for myself. I make sure my minion wave crashes into the enemy turret. And then before I finish my recall, I put a control ward on that bush I was recalling. The reason I put a ward on that bush is because it gives me a lot of intel, especially who's coming to the lane, right? Because it's such an aggressive ward, you'll know who's coming down the lane. It's very, very useful. But on that bag, I bought the Eclipse and the Omnivamp Boots. Eclipse is really strong because it applies a shield, and it gives you so much ability haste, which is really good on King and on champions that can spam. So here, because I have item advantage over him, I continue to fight him, and I'm able to kill him. And then I actually get ganked by Brand. It was not successful for him. He ends up granting me another kill. So here, I was going to do the jungle camp. However, I saw that the minion wave was not crashing into the turret. So again, prioritize your minion wave to crash to the turret. You want to deny enemy resources. You want to deny their resources. You don't want to give them gold. And here again, I take this red buff, and I see Mundo again. He is trying to collect resources. He's trying to farm. I just will not let him farm. And I end up killing him. And I try to run away, but unfortunately, I got collapsed, so I just let it happen. So on that death, I ended up buying a Black Cleaver, just so that I can shred armor. Mundo is a very tanky champion. He has a lot of health, so getting the Black Cleaver will always be good against Mundo. So here, you can see I have 2 items plus boots, while the Mundo only has Heart Steel and boots. So the gold difference is tremendous, and all because I kept denying him resources, and that's my whole goal. Just deny resources. So again, here I see that my team is fighting on the bottom side of the map. So what do? I pressure Riven. She cancels her recall, and I again get that little scorpion scuttle crab thing, just so that they don't get it. Now here, I see Mundo pushing mid. Again, I don't want to give him the chance to come back to the game. So I make my way down there, but I see Nunu and Kale, and well, they pretty much got him. He's super weak. So I go back to my original job. Keep pressure on the top side of the map, keep pushing the minion waves, and I look into their jungle to see if I can collect another jungle camp. Again, here, that's a terrible wave spot for myself, so I push it in. Again, the key factor here is deny enemy resources. So here, I see them fighting, and I have an awesome flank, so I decide to go in here. But things did not work out at all. I'm not sure if you were able to catch that, but the Soraka messed me up. Soraka has her third ability, which basically silences a specific area when she uses her ability. And whenever you play Kayn, you want to use your abilities. He won't do damage unless you use your abilities. So here, it's fine. I purchased the Revenant's Hydra upgrade for my boots. I personally think Revenant's Hydra is very underrated. I love Revenant's Hydra because I consider it to be another ability. It's such a low cooldown, there's no cost to it, and it does area damage, which is really good for fighters. Like Kane, for example. Kane likes to get in the back line, and, well, I do. I like to get in the back line and do as much damage as I can. And yeah, so again here, my main goal is to deny him gold. I'm playing it safe because most of their team is missing, but I'm still applying pressure, believe it or not. Here I'm looking for a play, and I see the squishies. I'm going for the squishies, of course. Now here I see Soraka. She is out of position, but she flashes, which is fine. I take the camp and again apply pressure. Brand gets caught and we get a free kill, and now we back off. So here I informed my team I'm going to my lane. Look at the minion wave on the solo lane. I want to collect those resources. Why? Because I want to get more ahead. The more you farm, clearly the more gold you will have. But if you just focus on team fighting, eventually at one point you're gonna get a bounty and you're gonna give the enemy a bounty, which will just undo all your hard work. So farming minions, farming camps is always the best option when it comes to getting gold. So just keep that in mind. So right there, I see the Mundo. He is on the river killing the crab. So I know he's gonna come solo lane because of the minion wave. And sure enough, here he comes. Now here it's a 2v1, and it turns into a 3v1, so I run away. I try to buy myself time, and luckily my support comes to my rescue. Honors to the Nami. She pre-ulted just so that I could get out, and that I did. So here I buy Mortal Reminder. So why Mortal Reminder out of the other Grievous Wounds item? Mortal Reminder is really good because it has armor penetration. So when you pair that up with a Black Cleaver, you will do almost true damage, as you'll see right here. I did half of his health, and he's technically a tank. That's how strong it is. Yes, I'm ahead. Don't get me wrong, I am ahead. But you should not be able to do that to a tank. So here, my team wants to do Baron. Okay, that's cool. Do your job. I apply pressure. So there I am zoning the Brand, the Soraka. Then I see they're trying to push in, so I go in. I ult to buy time. And my team gets the Baron Nashor. I did die for this fight, but it was for a good cause. My team got an uncontested Baron, and because they used all their ults on me, they are able to clean up, but they lost the Baron. My team got it, so this was a really good fight for us. Really, really good fight. So yeah, so just keep that in mind, that objectives will always win you the game. KDA will sometimes win you the game, but if you have objectives, it's almost a guarantee win because everybody benefits from the objectives, and only a single player can benefit from a good KDA. So here, again, my job is just to apply pressure. So what do? I farm what I can to get ahead on gold, and I do what I've been doing all game. I go to my solo lane because the T-Rex Baron Nashor is going mid, so I want to make sure, at least my lane, that it's being pushed so that it's a good pressure point. Here I see that there's 3 people bottom side, so luckily me and Nunu were on the same wavelength, and we get the turret and almost a kill, almost, so close. But we got the solo lane turret, inhibitor turret, and we also get the middle turret, the inhibitor turret. So here I'm actually preparing for the dragon. As you'll see, it comes up alive in 5 seconds. So I'm trying to heal, trying to deny resources. I was under the impression that we were going to back off. I didn't think my team would continue fighting. But as you'll see, my Ezreal, ended up getting a triple kill with Soraka being the only one to defend, which means he was able to also kill her. So I didn't expect them to do that. I didn't think they would follow through, honestly. And then Munda's being chased by the Kayle and ends up dying. So there's no one to defend the base. And well, my Nunu and my Nami finishes the game. So yeah, if you're having troubles killing tanks, try playing Kayn. He's an awesome tank killer, one of the best options when it comes to fighting a tank. He is very useful in the early game and the late game. So here, these are the stats. Look at the gold difference, by the way. It's a huge gold difference, and about the same tank and damage. And lastly, here are the ruins. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much.